Hello, it's Ricardo, and I'm still in the Inquisitive Badger, my trusty asp, on my way to Colonia and Jack's station. Now you find me on approach to a spaceport with all my cartographic data, and I'm headed towards the Sacaqawea Space Port. I hope I pronounced that right. Sacagawea. I'll say it again. Who knows? And it's one of the outposts that you can drop off and cool your heels on the way to Colonia, which is good really, because I've incurred quite a bit of damage to the old asp. Yes, the old girl's looking a bit desperate and got itself down to about 2% on the paint. We all like shiny paint. So this spaceport is quite a busy old spaceport. Lots of comings and goings, lots of commanders in system. These were NPC commanders, I have to say. I haven't seen a real commander, even though playing in open, for quite some time. And that's probably a good thing. They say space is big. Well, it certainly is. So I've landed the asp on pad 10. And I thought I'd take a quick look around of my new overnight stop before I head on back with my journey. So we've got a nebula, we've got a nice planet, we've got a nice spaceport, and we've got a planet with rings as well. A lovely planet with rings. Look at that. The sun just coming up round the side, just highlighting a little glint of that planet. Really picturesque, really nice. Much better than what Moore's Pit was. Moore's Pit was boring. I went well out of my way to go to Moore's Pit. Don't do it. I've done it so you don't have to. Yes, Moore's Pit. A big hole in the ground. Nothing there. Not even a tent. You get what I mean. Nothing. It was just a base camp for people making the trip to Colonia. So here we are at Sacaqawea Spaceport. Hey, who knows? I'm going to repair. I'm going to restock. I've still got some stuff in the old auto repair module. Got a bit of work on there. That's okay. Let's give ourselves a nice new paint job as well. And let's get over to the matter in hand. So, yes, cartographic data. I've got quite a bit, and it took quite a few goes to sell it. I thought you just press the button, it sells it, it gives you the credit for all the systems that you've been to. So you can see I've got quite a bit there, well over 2 million. I'm still Ranger, 29% a Ranger. Let's see what this gives us. So let's sell the page. So I will get that big chunk of money, which is lovely. And then I'll get the credit then for all the systems that I've discovered. And there's quite a few. So bear with me on this. You can see the bonuses of 600 odd credits, and then you get the occasional 6,000 or 8,000 or 10,000. So it is worthwhile doing, and it's a shame that this spaceport that I'm currently at doesn't have a shipyard and doesn't have an outfitting department, because I would have got myself a detailed discovery scanner as opposed to the advanced discovery scanner that I'm currently using. So as you see, I've still got more data to sell. So you've got another about 1.4 million. So it took a good million on the first go to sell, and I'll get another list of credits as well. So don't go flying off thinking that you've sold all your data just by clicking the button once, because on one of these trips you've got to go back in and make sure you sold it all. Otherwise you have the potential of, I don't know, flying into an asteroid, a planet surface, a building, another player, you know what happens, flying too close to the sun, and then you've lost your data. So make sure you clear out that cartographic data and sell it all at the spaceport. It just goes to show how many systems I visited, and there was a good, I don't know, 80 jumps to get here from Moore's Pit, I think. Even using the Neutron Superhighway. And I've got a video of the Neutron Superhighway on my channel. So if you like what you're seeing, please do me a favour. Like and subscribe the video. If you have any suggestions, keep it clean and keep it constructive, please. That would be great. Let me know. So I'm still selling all the data. And one thing to note as well is that it doesn't update your rank on the right panel immediately. It does take a little while. You got to go out, in, do something else, and then eventually it'll kick in and it'll update. Okay, so I've been first to discover quite a few systems and planets within those systems. And for those of you who watch some of the live streams about the journey to Moore's Pit, I did go out of my way a little bit because, hey, it's nice to get your name on the game. And now the last one, just over 1,000 credits. Again, it's worthwhile doing. Close. Brill. So let's take a look at some of the other areas we've got. So the commodities market, typical colony really, hydrogen fuel. More than likely bio-waste. There you go. Always bio-waste. There's nothing there. And then down to the mission board. No dice. Even though all that cartographic data, I am now allied with Colonia, which is great. Always handy for when I get there. Who knows what missions there may be there. And I think some of the other commanders on the internet have mentioned that it is quite lucrative once you eventually get there. So it hasn't updated yet, you see. It hasn't updated. I'm still at my current level of Ranger. So we'll come back a little bit later and see if that is indeed updated. So while we're waiting, let's take a little look around of where we've landed. There's a road over there, and that road needs driving upon. Yeah, let's go. Let's check back. No, still hasn't updated. Never mind. Let's get the old SRV out and go for a drive around. So for this, I'm going to use the chase cam and set the camera just behind the SRV so we can have a look around at the world around us and not just see it through a cockpit. So here we go. I'm heading for that road. That lovely sort of turquoise, I'm going to say turquoise planet. The sun just coming up. That is nice. I like that. That's a picture postcard sort of thing. I might see if I can submit that to Frontier for their postcards from the edge. I think it is postcards from the edge, something like that. A little competition they run every week. Hey, can't hurt to try, eh? And I'm ready to think I'm this far out. I'm not the only person to have got here, obviously. Other people have made the trip. But it's quite an achievement for me. And exploration is a huge part of this game. Now you can see I'm going out of focus here as I go past the overhead stanchions on this road. And the road ends here. But not to worry, we'll just carry on off-road. So I've also got a Patreon account and a Patreon site as well, where I've put some exclusive videos of my travels on there, along with my back catalogue. So it's not only on YouTube, it's also on my Patreon account. So a little bit of out of focus there, but now it's stabilised. Let's see what we've got inside. Lots of detail around the windows this time, and we'll zoom in on the windows in a moment. As you can see, it's quite industrialised, as well as being, which looks like offices as well. You see what I mean here? If we zoom in now, it's different to the general graphic that you get back in the bubble on the space station. So they have paid an awful lot of detail to some of these installations that are outside. They look newer and shinier, probably because they are newer and shinier installations. So we're going to continue to drive around and see what else we can find. The old SRV has been repaired, which is good. It had seen some miles, mind you. It had seen some miles, especially around those conflux abandoned settlements. And the next video I'm going to be doing is going to another settlement. I think this time it's going to be a Guardian settlement all the way out here. So I've been to the ones back down run by Maya, and with the Guardian community goal that was running a couple of months ago, I've been there. So I'll see if this one's any different. I doubt it will be different, but you know, it's another achievement. You might as well take advantage of the stuff in the area, and I think it's only a few jumps away, but I have to check that, so please make sure you check for that video, and I'll try and get that out sometime this week. So a nice, well laid out spaceport. I think it's time to zoom on round and recall the ship. So back in the cockpit now. Lots of comings and goings from the other ships in the area. Pythons and obviously the exploration ships, but also passenger ships as well. The big orcas, belugas and dolphins. I'm going now to the external camera again. You can see the ramp to the spaceport. Now just up ahead I noticed there was some sort of storage yard, so I thought I'd go and take a little look at that. So I thought I'd call the ship in as well, because I've dismissed it, didn't know where it was, so we'll let it land. And it's landed just over there now by that storage yard, so I'll take a nice sweeping look at the area. And we'll look at the ships taking off and leaving. It's a fantastic sky. I can't keep going on about that sky too much. I think it's great. And again, a passenger ship making off from Pad 11. So quite a busy spaceport, and I've only been here, 10 minutes. So here we got some storage tanks as well. And you can see just off slightly to the distance, you can see this storage yard. And we're going to zoom in there now and take a bit of a look before it goes too much out of focus. So I think we'll get our SRV out now, and we'll get that over there and drive around and see what's really over there. So here we go. It's only a short drive, and the terrain isn't so bad, so you can give it some beans. You can put your flipper down. And of course, hey, you can always redock your ship and repair the SRV. So you've got a big solar panel array as well. And let's drive up the ramp and see what all that's up there. There were some piles of pipes and the old storage containers, but I haven't been to one of these storage yard places in a base, at least not for a while anyway, and might as well explore while you're out here, or it could be a wasted opportunity. So we got storage boxes, bit of a crane, yeah, a pipe full of pipes, that's wonderful, pipes in pipes, more storage tanks and containers. Not exactly what I'd call interesting, but hey, it's an area of a base I haven't explored before. And I'm doing this so you don't have to. It's a bit of a public service. So we've got a turret over there to the left. Again, the building with more ships taking off. And this defense turret, a bit more beefier than what we've seen in other outposts as well. So, that was the Sacagawea Space Port. Hope I've said that one right this time. Sacagawea. It's not something I'm used to saying. And I'll leave you with this picture now of that lovely planet with its rings and the sun just below it. And the lights from the spaceport glinting down. I've been Ricardo and this has been Elite Dangerous on my trip of deep space to Colonia. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe and like the video. That would help a lot. So, thanks once again, and I'll see you soon.